Okay, guys, I have no idea what just happened. I guess Queen Daenerys tried to cut our stream because we were talking bad about her. But we are
Yeah, we
back.
will not be stopped. We will not be stopped. Our
You
voices
cannot
will
burn
not
us.
be silenced.
You
Daenerys.
cannot burn us. Oh shit, she can. Let's move on. Let's move on.
No.
All right, see, kick us back to where we were before.
But yeah, I think we were just pretty much we're just finishing up with the Kagambo and how it ended. And again, I was perfectly fine with the way it ended. How about you?
Oh, dude, I love the way it ended because the Hound knew what he had to do, and as you brought up in the first part, he did it because he had to. He was afraid of the fire. Like that's his greatest fear, but his greatest fear wasn't overcoming what his mission was, which was to take out his brother. And as you said in our chat, he was created by fire and he dies by fire. So poetic.
Very much so. Very much so. Very poetic. And I want to say this was probably like one of the last great moments of the episode. Well, I would say last great moment, but it wasn't one of the last moments of the episode because I don't really want to. I don't think there's really much to say about Arya. Like, do you have to say anything about Arya like going to help people down on the streets of King's Landing? Okay, go ahead.
Because I love this whole sequence up to the end. Because from what I've heard from some people who have read the books, I believe the white horse that she meets and ends up riding on means death.
Which makes sense. It's probably a sign of the like the four horsemen of the apocalypse, something like that.
Yeah, and
that would make sense.
I love this because again, as I said before in the previous episode or the previous part, like when the Hound told her no and she said thank you, that was her getting rid of the Faceless. Now she's Arya Stark. She's the woman. She's the protector. She's the girl that we saw in season 1 who wanted to help people. So that's when the switch happened. She looks around. She sees all the death, all the burning bodies of all the innocent people. That's the thing. Now, warriors, she understands they are at war. But when she sees like innocent women and children, that's when that faceless person that she has went completely gone, and she went into, I have to help as many people as possible. And you really see that when she's helping the mom and daughter, and the mom gets hit and she's down, and she tries to help her, and she ends up taking the daughter and running off. That whole sequence was great because it shows that Arya now cares about more than just herself and her missions. She cares about others, which is why, and I don't think we'll have time to do predictions, so I'm going to say mine right now. I see Arya going and accepting Gendry's request to be his queen, and helping. What is it?
Lady of Storm's End.
Storm's End, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because last week Gendry was he was officially what's the word I'm looking for? He's no longer a bastard anymore, thanks to Queen Daenerys. But he's no longer a bastard. He's officially Gendry Baratheon, Lord of Storm's End. So he proposed to Arya last week for him to become his wife. But I would like to think Arya's gonna have a happy ending like that. Then maybe she will go and just survive and live a happy life with Gendry. But part of me thinks that her seeing the destruction around her, because I think almost everybody around her. I mean, we see Arya get up from the ashes, but I think almost everybody else around her is pretty much dead. And it's in that moment where I think the woman that had left Sandor to go fight for herself, I think was being washed away again by this faceless woman, the faceless man of Arya. I think she was starting to feel that hatred again for Daenerys at that moment. And again, we don't know exactly what's going to happen next week because literally the last thing we see is Arya walking away or riding the horse
riding off on the white horse.
Yeah, riding off on the white horse.
Very
first
poetic and what's the word? Symbiotic.
It could be yeah, there we go. Symbolic, yeah, because it could be symbolizing a lot for next week. But yeah, because I mean, I think personally for me, I think it means she's going to get one last kill and maybe kill Daenerys, even though part of me doesn't think she will, which unfortunately leads me to believe that maybe she's going to try to kill Daenerys and maybe fail.
Oh, do not kill Arya. Dude, she had me so worried multiple times this episode. I was like, don't you dare kill her off.
Yeah, like I don't want them to kill Arya off, but I will say part of me thinks they might because again, her riding off on the white horse means that she may be riding to her death now. And I would hate for her to die, but I would really hate for her to die, but if she dies in a cool way, don't let her go out like a wimp. I'll at least soothe my heart a little bit. But hopefully it's a happy ending. Because me personally, myself, I wouldn't mind if Arya kills Dany. Even though I know some people saying like give her 2 big kills in the season, which I kind of don't believe will happen, but I wouldn't mind it. I will tell you this right now.
You know what I see?
What do you see?
Now this is going into kind of predictions because we talked about what happened in this episode, but I see Arya going to join Sansa back at Winterfell. She's going to tell Sansa exactly what she saw. The death, the destruction, Dany on a dragon. And that's when the sisters are going to be planning to take out Dany. And then it leads to, what does Jon do? Does he join his queen and the person he loves? Or does he join his sisters, his family, after what he saw at King's Landing?
Mm-hmm.
And what I see happening is Jon joining his sisters, taking out Dany, and all three of both, all of Arya, Arya, Sansa, and Jon now run the Seven Kingdoms. The 3 Starks that started the whole show together, the bastard and the 2 sisters, end up ruling together.
No, I could see that, and I think that would be one of the best endings. Even though personally, I wouldn't mind if they ended up taking over the throne and Jon just gives it up and like gives it to Sansa. I personally now my great ending would be if Jon gets the throne, but he goes and kisses it with Tormund and maybe Brienne north of the wall.
And Ghost because Jon disrespected Ghost.
He needs to show Ghost some love. So, like, I want him to go above the wall. He have a great life up there, and I would love if Tyrion and Sansa were king and queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
And what if Jon restarts the Night's Watch under his reign?
Well, you know what? That could be interesting. Even though I'm not sure what necessarily they would be watching out for nowadays. Maybe just for I feel like the Night's Watch, if he did, it would be more of a Night's maybe like
protector of the Seven Kingdoms.
Exactly. What were the gold quotes? I think probably like the gold quotes of the whole Seven Kingdoms. Instead,
yeah,
and not just of
Jon, Tormund, all the people. Sam can come back and have them be like protection.
At least Sam had to go look at home. Leave him at home now. We don't need Sam gets people killed. We don't need Sam in our new. Give us little Sam if we want a Sam. Give us little Sam. We don't need big Sam.
Little Sam.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So let's move on to our favorite segment of the show, the Crown.
Very much so. And just one other thing, I want to just pick your brain about.
Okay.
How did you feel about Jaime and Cersei?
Ooh, I liked it. I really liked it. And the reason, now people are going to talk about the prophecy about her dying with the brother's hands around her neck, which happened. That happened. They never said that her younger brother was going to strangle her, they said, with his arms around your neck.
Mhm.
That happened. It
And
was the embrace, it was the hug, it was the love that Jaime still has for Cersei, no matter what she's done. And he even says to Brienne, things she's done, I've done worse. I've pushed a kid out of a window, paralyzing him for her because I still deeply love her.
Yeah, and that's very true. I didn't mind the way that they died. I did kind of. Again, this is just for me. Part of me didn't really like the fact that Jaime came back to love Cersei again. But then again, in this moment, the way that he was acting in this episode, it fit. It really did.
Yeah.
And even God forbid, made me feel just a tiny bit bad for Cersei. But then again, she brought this all on herself.
She did.
So again, I'm not too. I'm more sad for the baby if the baby was real. If the baby was a real baby, I'm more sad for the baby than Cersei. Like period, because her stubbornness got her to the situation. So
and see,
but
people talking about how it doesn't fit Jaime's character makes no sense.
It fits his character. It completely fits his character. I just think that some people are again, and I think Roxy brought up earlier a bit. Some people think that they ruined the character arc of Jaime, which I'll say nay and yay and nay. I'll say yay only because if that's what you wanted for Jaime, yes, they ruined what you wanted for Jaime, like to make it for him to grow old with Brienne and like to leave Cersei and like for him to kill Cersei by stabbing her. If that's what you wanted for Jaime to do, yes, that ruined your view. But again, that's not the show's fault. That's your fault for having those expectations.
And that's not what the show throughout this this whole season or this whole series has been about, though.
Mm-hmm.
When Jaime turned good, what was his only mission? When he was down in the trenches with Brienne, what was his only goal? To get back to King's Landing to get with Cersei.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he told Brienne. He said, I don't care about anything. I will do what I have to do to get back to the love of my life, which was always Cersei. People wanted Jaime and Brienne to get together. That would never work.
Yeah.
They are good as war buddies. They are good as friends. But that would not work. It would not last.
That's true.
Because
I guess
Jaime's always going to be connected to Cersei.
Hmm. I guess some people have a problem with just him being Brienne's first. But I heard something very interesting that maybe Brienne is pregnant with another Lannister, which would be very interesting. But we won't go that far into that with it. That we'll see what comes from that. But yeah, you're 100% right. Even as far as season 6 or
season 5 actually.
Yes, no, season 6. Like whenever Jaime went to go take back River Run from the Blackfish and from Edmure, he told Edmure, I don't care who I had to kill. If I had to throw your little baby over the walls, I don't care. As long as I get back to Cersei, he's my main goal. And yes, he did have he wasn't the asshole that he was in the beginning of the series. And he still isn't in this moment. He still was true to his heart in this moment, and he came back for Cersei. And I don't think it ruined the character of Jaime L. He made a great he made a great redemption arc. He redeemed himself no matter what from what he did in season 1. And it's not like he came back to fight with Cersei.
No,
like to fight. He came back to help her escape and try to start a life with him and his family.
And I'm pretty sure I don't even think he did that. What I think he did, and I could be completely wrong, was I think he knew Cersei was going to die.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no way to stop it. So I think his whole plan was to make sure that the last face that Cersei saw was the person that she loved the most.
That would make sense. That would make sense. Even though, go ahead.
Because that would still fit with his character.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's evolved, and he's grown a heart, but he's always been in love with Cersei.
Mm-hmm.
They've made that known from the episode 1, season 1.
Mm-hmm.
We know that. and it hasn't faltered at all. As I was saying, that's his whole mission throughout the whole series was to get back to Cersei. And in that moment, he knew there's no way to stop this. The dragons are above us. I'm going to hold her and make sure that she's protected and make sure that she dies peacefully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as far as the Valonqar prophecy or whatever their prophecy is called, shut the hell up forever, people. Because first of all, you're getting this from the books, and they did not at once mention this part of the prophecy at all during the 8 seasons of the show. So if that's what you want to happen, too bad for your ass. Because listen, don't go reading the books expecting what happened in the books to happen exactly on the show. Exactly, and I think a lot of people have problems with the Azor Ahai. He will be the one that stops the Dark Knight or something from. He will stop the big darkness or whatever. I have no idea what it really the prophecy really said, and I really don't care because this show was not about prophecies. The only person that we should trust with visions is Bran because he was actually right with the whole vision of Drogon flying above the city. That was pretty nice. That was a pretty nice payoff to see. Yep. But again, it was a good moment between Cersei and Jaime. And a tiny part of me, just like a tiny part, kind of believes that maybe they made it out. Just a little bit. Even though we kind of saw that the Brits were about to fall on them. Yeah. But what part of me wonders that if a hole opened up and they dashed their way over again.
If they do that, I'll be so mad.
Yeah, it would kind of ruin the moment. It would really ruin that moment.
But I do have to get to this real quick, and this is where I kind of go off a little bit on the tangent. Excuse my tangent, but we've been talking about people not liking this episode. Now, if you don't like this episode, fine. You know, that's your opinion. You like what you like. You don't like what you don't like. That's fine with me. But when some people go to that toxic fandom of one, blaming the writing, which the writing was good, and two, when you send threats to the showrunners and the show writers, what kind of person are you? Like, it's gotten so bad that I'm sorry, I completely forgot their names.
Benioff and
Weiss. Yeah, they left social media because of all the backlash they get, all the threats they're getting. That's fucked up, man. They gave us 9 seasons, or 9 years, 8 seasons of great television, and you're gonna, for one episode, you're gonna send death threats their way. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, those people are the scum of the earth. Like, they can go to hell and sit on the stick and rotate on it. You know what I'm talking about, people. Y'all are really scum, and I don't think anybody that's watching us is that type of person. But for people that share this video to like the masses and share it on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, where you can find me also, big middle finger to you guys, because if you're so mad about this episode, I would love to see you do anything better. Mm-hmm. And then, if you're to complain about this one episode of a great show, this one episode, which might not be its strongest episode of all time, is still better than half the shit that you're probably watching today. Anyway. So get off your high horse and get back to kissing the ass that you're used to. So just sit on it and rotate, people. Like, y'all are scum. Yeah, y'all are gonna threaten people just because they didn't write this the way that you wanted them to write it. Who the fuck are you for them to do to cater to you? Are you God on high? I mean, really? I mean, no. You're just a little piece of shit that's sitting behind the keyboard that says, "I don't like you guys. I don't like you. I want to kill you. Y'all suck. Y'all did not make this episode the way I want it to be. Fuck you."
Pretty much.
Take that same figure and stick it up your nose forever till you kill yourself. I never say that, but Jesus Christ.
Man, our comment section is going to be lied the fuck up, but they need to hear the truth. And again, we're not saying you have to love this episode. This episode, I'll admit, isn't the strongest, but I still liked it. If you don't like it because of some reason, because maybe you didn't like Danny's turn, that's understandable. That's understandable because that's not the way that you wanted Danny to turn. I understand that. But when you, like, people who, like, critique the writing, and, that just seems like people who are following the trend. They see, someone above me said the writing wasn't good. I'm going to type that too because I'm just going to follow them. The writing in this episode was strong because at multiple points in this episode, it got me welled up. It got me feeling bad for the characters. It got me interested in the characters. If I wasn't interested in the characters in this episode, yes, that's on them for bad writing. And that's what it does. Writing is there to make you care about the characters. And if they can't do that, then yes, you can bring that up. This episode they did. They gave us a lot of moments to, whether it's Jaime and Tyrion, whether it's Jaime with Cersei, whether it's Danny and Jon talking, whether it's whether it's Tyrion talking with Danny. There's a lot of great moments, and this whole episode had great writing all around. People who say that are just following the trend. And I want people to break that fucking trend, because unless you know about writing, unless you know about script writing or how much hours and time and effort and how much money they spend on these episodes, then you don't have the right to critique anybody's writing.
Yeah. And you're 100% right. And I just, if you want to critique the writing, to me, go ahead. It's falling on deaf ears. But when you threaten people, that just shows how little of a person you are. And to me, that's what really pisses me off. That's what really goes above the line. And it's not just with Benioff and Weiss. It's when you attack Daisy Ridley. It's when you attack Kelly Marie Tran. It's when you attack Ruby Rose for not being lesbian enough for Batwoman. Shut the F up forever, people. And y'all are literally the scum of the earth. These people, that want to just degrade people just because they didn't make things the way you like them. Your self-importance is suffocating, and you are not that important to nobody but yourself, and maybe to your mom.
And I don't want this fandom that I love of Game of Thrones to become as toxic as Star Wars, with what you brought up. And it feels like it's going down that path, which sucks. Because, as you said before, Kelly Marie Tran, Daisy Ridley, both left social media, both left because of backlash they're getting. Ruby Rose left also because
she did.
Lesbian enough to play Batwoman. What the hell does that even mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's so stupid.
People who go after the actors who are just doing their job, like they were paid to do a job, or the showrunners who are paid to write seasons after seasons after seasons, and the fact that Benioff and Weiss gave us 7 seasons that I felt were all strong, maybe not the best ever, but there was strong episodes in every one of these seasons. Some of these seasons had great episodes all the way through. The fact that you're going to threaten them, send them death threats, push them off of social media because of one bad episode in one season, that's fucked up.
100% agree with you, man.
All right.
But you know what? Let's bring the joy back into the building. I guess somewhat, like, fuck the trolls forever. And right before we got to Jaime and Cersei topic, you were about to give out our weekly award, which is called what? The Crown, yes, sir. And Well, we give it to people that. What's the criteria for the crown?
The Crown is someone who stole every scene they were in, who the actor gave 110%, and someone who can make us believe the characters are there.
And
And that one person this episode did it, and that's Z.
The crown of the week goes to the Mad Queen herself, Miss Emilia Clarke, for playing Daenerys Targaryen. I don't like what you did, but God, I mean, damn it, did you not kill the whole show? Like, pun intended, because
her facial features in this show were incredible. How we could tell she was going slowly mad throughout the episode. How the scene with her and Jon, she stole the scene with the great line of, okay, I'm not going to rule with love. Now it's fear.
It'd be fear then.
And she just killed this episode. She's also a really fantastic person, like in real life. Yeah. I mean, watching interviews with her, she's so like happy-go-lucky all the time, and it's so good to see.
Yeah, I really wish I would have been able to meet her this weekend, because she was actually at Houston's Coming Palooza this weekend.
Oh, but awesome!
My thing is, Emilia, you're amazing and you deserve this crown. But please, I can't. I'm just a poor boy. I can't afford the high prices to get a photo out with you. They were like almost $300. Like, I love you with my heart. I just couldn't do it. Not in my current situation. Maybe in the future, maybe we'll meet up some way. Maybe we can talk. But maybe I can get a selfie just on my phone. I could have just spent $300 in one weekend. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you, and you definitely deserve this crown for the week. Please don't burn us, damn it. But you definitely. Emilia Clarke definitely deserves this.
She deserves the crown, my fair lady, my queen. She has like 30,000 names, but
oh yeah, we're not about to do all that. The mother of dragons, blah blah blah. The unburnt, the blah 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 blah. Yeah, breaker of chains. Like, no man, we're not about to do that. Right? But just congratulations to you, Emilia, aka Queen Daenerys. Good job.
Yep. All right, guys. So we're about to head out of here because it is so late. I still have to eat dinner.
Same here.
This is probably our longest episode, but I do have a special announcement because we have 2 special guests coming for next week's finale episode. Mr. Grant Gregory himself will be on the panel.
The comic book lad.
And my very own cousin, Victoria Dade Garrett, who is a huge Game of Thrones fan. We talk about it after every episode. She will be on as well. Can't wait to talk with her and Grant about the series finale. Oh, it's over. I can't believe it.
Me neither, man. Me neither.
I can't believe it. My favorite show of all time is ending.
Yeah, this is definitely my favorite show. Like Smallville has been my favorite show for years, and this is definitely probably my number one now. Like, even though it's 2 different phases in my life, still love Smallville, but this is probably my new favorite show, most likely. Like, as an adult, I love the show beyond measure, and it's amazing.
Yeah, without a doubt. So, I believe this is the longest episode we've done so far. We had to break it up into 2 parts, but next week is the series finale of Beyond the Throne. We have a lot of special guests planned, and a very special episode of The Crown, which I cannot wait to see what happens. All right, Z, where can people find you online?
Good people, you can find me, the Z-Man Zaddy Smith, on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at Zaddy Smith. That's ZA2Ds Smith, or on Instagram at Zaddy Smith again, but just at ZADDEUS. Or you can find me on Twitter at D_ZADD. Or you can see me doing movie and TV reviews on the Stardust app at Retribution Z. I usually say my Game of Thrones reviews for Beyond the Throne, but you can go catch my in-game review still up there. And then this weekend, I wasn't able to see it last weekend, But this weekend, I will be seeing that little yellow furry electric rat that everybody loves, the Detective Pikachu. So be on the lookout for
I
that.
cannot wait to
But
see that movie.
you can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook doing multiple trivia all over the place. Combat Wrestling Trivia Joe. I was just in the comic book free for all a couple weeks ago on Multiplex Entertainment, and you can also find me and my boy Nico Suave Rigoli doing Crisis on Earthplex this upcoming Wednesday. It's finale week, people. Arrow has a season finale tonight, and we know there's only one more season of that. Then the Flash has a season finale tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So come on by, people, and see what we think about next week on Wednesday's episode of Crisis on Earthplex. Mr. Music Guy, where can they find you?
You guys can find me right here on Film Nerd TV, and also I'm actually allowed to announce this now. So, guys, go check out Action Industries on Facebook. I work with Andrew Guy and I work with Ben Bateman. I am their movie news correspondent. So go check out the Action Industries YouTube channel and also the Facebook page. And over there on the Action Industries page, we have full, complete episodes of the Action Guys podcast video form up there. So go check that out, subscribe and like that. Also, subscribe to Combat Wrestling Network and subscribe right here to Film Nerd TV. Thank you guys, and we'll see you guys soon. Remember, when you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die.